Haynick today, so there won't be too much dead weight in the saddle. And Haynick about to come up with Undercover Lad. The big one today is the Moruya Cup, race 8 on the card. It's been good racing so far today. Marinella's Gift won the Prime Television Town Plate. Bega Bell caused a boil over at $84. Gorrick's Lane was a good winner in the third. Resistible, a very impressive winner in the second. One to follow, Resistible. And in the first, Kongwak was a big winner. At Resistible, I think he'll find his way to town eventually. He's got a lot of potential, this horse. He won the maiden in a canter. Very fast horse. Now Haynick joins them. Drawn a little wide, so Undercover Lad will be the last one. Ducks on the pond at 410, 260 Haynick. He's the favourite, the New South Wales TAB with Justin Sheen in the saddle. Now the starter moving to the front of the stalls. We're about to have them in the Moruya Golf Club Class 4 handicap. That's over 1650 metres. Ducks on the pond, drawn on the inside. Starter takes a button, and they're racing. Just Brad, just a shade slow to go, and Ducks on the pond on the inside won the jump. He's going to be taken on by Undercover Lad, who's very keen to ride, to lead, and the rider gave him a couple of cuts with the stick, and Undercover Lad takes over. Haynick moves to second. Ducks on the pond now is third on the fence from Rocky Hill as they head to the back. Remember Vane being eased back to try and tuck in from Just Brad, Panchito and Millimook the tail, and he's almost 10 lengths from the lead. A bit of pace on. Haynick went up on the outside of Undercover Lad to challenge 1,200 metres out from home, and this put a bit of pace on. They're about 4 on Remember Vane. Ducks on the pond being ridden patiently back with Rocky Hill just up in front of him. Now they were followed by Millimook making up ground, Just Brad and Panchito now at the tail. Undercover Lad a half on Haynick as they steadied in front onto the corner. Remember Vane is tucked away in third. 2 or 3 away came Rocky Hill. A further 2 Millimook. Ducks on the pond back third last. Then Just Brad and Panchito was at the tail. Undercover Lad, he got more than a length clear now from Haynick. Remember Vane pushes up on the inside. 3 to Rocky Hill. Millimook, Ducks on the pond about 6 from the leader. Being niggled at the moment, Ducks on the pond. A half away to Just Brad on his outside. 2 to Panchito at the tail. Undercover Lad and Haynick are about to swing. Haynick moved up on the outside of Undercover Lad to wrestle away the lead. They're about 2 on Millimook. Rocky Hill runs on fairly well. Then Remember Vane. Ducks on the pond pushes up on the inside and Just Brad hooked to the outside. Haynick got to a narrow lead. Undercover Lad battles away. Ducks on the pond is running on strongly. Millimook and then Remember Vane. But Haynick got away from Ducks on the pond at the 100. Haynick, he's a couple clear, Haynick, and he'll carry the big weight, no problems, Haynick. Haynick comes away to score. Now Ducks on the pond second, Millimook third, then Just Brad, Undercover Lad, Rocky Hill, Panchito and Remember Vane both back at the tail. He's in terrific form, Haynick, and he jumped up in weight today, but it didn't stop him. He got the money. 260 the win on New South Wales, 130 the place from 3 Ducks on the pond, who's sick of chasing home, Haynick. Ducks on the pond should pay $1.30, and third will be Millimook, should pay $3.70 for a place. Well, he went up and challenged Undercover Lad a long way out, but he was travelling well, and Justin Sheen just let him stride. He fought off Undercover Lad, and I guess he was there if the challenges were good enough, but they couldn't make any impression on Haynick, and he came away to score nicely. A brown gelding 4, Somalia out of Press Gun, and ridden by Justin Sheen, trained by Ross Belcom from Ulladulla, owned by R and Mrs. C. Belcom. Second are Ducks on the pond narrowly. Number 3, just looking at that as they hit the line. Ducks on the pond, Kevin Sweeney. Third to Millimook, number 5, Paul Rowe. So 135 after the running of the Moruya Golf Club Class 4 handicap. No time or margins to hand as yet. So I'll send it back, Hilton, back with the call of the maiden handicap at 420.
Righto, Chris, having a look now at the update for the next at Bulleye, coming up in 6 minutes. Late mail here from Sam Nadai is Silent By, being driven by Darren Hancock. Haynick, 260, 130, beat Ducks on the pond, 130, Millimook, 370, 350 Quinella, Exacta, 790, and the trifecta, $60.30. At Kilmore, Jillaby Gold.
No records, but a nice pipe opener and a nice piece of work in particular by King Star. But gee, both our Sir Vancelot and Quantum Lobel, in particular Hilton, our Sir Vancelot, just looks $1 million.
The thing about the Victoria Cups, or the last year's Victoria Cup that we showed you, to my way of thinking, there's just not enough good horses around to match him this year. He, of course, is a winner this season already of the Miracle Mile, the Truer Memorial, the South Australian and West Australian Pacing Championships. And there doesn't seem to be a horse on the horizon in Australasia good enough to beat him at present, the way he's going. And on that work, I'm sure Brian Hancock would be very happy. Not a bad second stringer though, Quantum Lobel. Here's Moruya. This rain has been coming down for the past 10 minutes or so. Has not affected the track at this stage. Here's Chris.
Car Pack and Alsaza come up behind the line. Guilty Lady still out with Rancher's Hope and Gold Whiz. And Hummer is still out of line. Hummer's looked well in the enclosure. He hasn't raced. He's had the one start back in September 97. Nicely bred. Don't know how he's trialled. He might be an improver, Hummer. He's about to come in for John's course. He's drawn wide though. Alsaza giving a bit of trouble, and Gold Whiz is still out. Gold Whiz, Neil Payne in the saddle. He's drawn wide as well. The 1200 metre start, Dashing Daisy has drawn the inside, and they're all locked away. Ready to run. The starter making his way to the side of the stalls. Ben Dithera settles with the favourites Sir Henry C, Sir Newly Gold, Select Speed, Silvery Moon. Dashing Daisy drawn on the fence. Alsaza, Rancher's Hope out wide with Car Pack. Now the starter has the button. Ben Dithera is a little bit toey. Looks pretty good. The starter's about to send them on their way and attended in with Dashing Daisy in barrier 1. They're set, racing. Dashing Daisy on the inside, best to begin, and Hummer stood there, missed it by a length on the outside. And Sir Newly Gold won the jump. Silvery Moon taking it on. Ben Dithera and Dashing Daisy pushing up on the inside, and Car Pack is whipping around them. Guilty Lady goes forward, and it is a charge up front from Select Speed and Rancher's Hope. The favourite, Sir Henry C, has drifted back to about midfield. Grand Darley's outside. A length away then came Hummer from Alzaza. Gold Whiz is second last, and Henry C in the tail. 10 to 12 lengths cover them. Silvery Moon takes over. 3 parts for length. Car Packs and Newly Gold. Ben Dithera, Select Speed. Guilty Ladies out deep. Dashing Daisy. They were followed by Gold Whiz going up around the outside from Rancher's Hope and Grand Dale. The favourite, Sir Henry C, has got back 3 behind him as they're about to turn for home, and they are Alsaza straightening up for the run, and Henry Seen back there with Hummer into the straight now, and Silvery Moon just in front of Car Packs, and Newly Gold gets up on the inside, and Dashing Daisy starting to work into it. Select Speed and then Ben Dithera, Grand Dale, Gold Whiz and Rancher's Hope down the outside to the 200. There's 6 of them going to the lead together. Dashing Daisy on the inside. Here's Rancher's Hope. Rancher's Hope grabbed them out wide, and he dashed away from Dashing Daisy, and Rancher's Hope will break through today. Rancher's Hope goes on to beat Dashing Daisy. So Henry C, the favourite, third, then Car Pack, Gold Whiz, Alsaza. They were followed in by Ben Dithera, Silvery Moon, Select Speed, Henry Seen, well back Grand Dale with Select Speed, so Newly Gold, Guilty Lady, one of the last across the line. He came quick down the outside, Rancher's Hope, and he swamped them. Number 8, Rancher's Hope, 5.10 the win, New South Wales, 170 the place. 6, Dashing Daisy will get second, and Dashing Daisy was showing 290 for the place, and third the favourite, Sir Henry Seen, number 3, 120 the place. 6 or 7 of them across the track at the 150 before Rancher's Hope just mowed them down to come away and score for Kevin Sweeney. Rada Bulge and Moruya the trainer. Greg Gelding 4 by Rancher out of Lavina's Prayer, owned by J.R. Peed. 16 starts he's had. Finally breaks through. He's been a model of consistency. He's run 7 placings, including 3 at his past 3. And today he was ridden much more quietly. Last start he was ridden on the speed. Today ridden quietly. And that was the key. He swamped them late. And there was plenty of pace on throughout the race. Dashing Daisy also came from a long way back to get second. She got a dream run through close to the fence. And Sir Henry C ran third, and he only had a few behind him turning for home. So the horses who made the speed stopped, and it was the back markers who got home to collect the money. So 8, 6 and 3 of the numbers across the line after the Adelaide Hotel Sky Channel maiden handicap. We'll send further information down the line, and we look forward to coming back for the call of the big one. Race 8, the 2Es, 1998 Moruya Cup, due at 4:55.
Okay, Chris, runners are just coming out at Bulli. Might run a fraction late after that wood.
Celebrate 90 win comes up. Nassie
Port
wins.
de Swazi by Muckley Strike out of Felicity Floss is second, race by B&W Elmer, D. Hickey and D. Micas. Barry Elmer, the trainer, Gator Pulicino driver. Just Missing and Kalamoto by JJ's Pennant out of Glasgow Fire, raced by D and B. Atkinson. Vin Cabone, the trainer, Don Brown, the driver. Fourth was Like a Rising, fifth in Brad Joseph, and the winner is a 5-year-old by JJ's Pennant out of Arc Lady. All clear there for 1, 3, 10, all clear. And we're standing by for Totes. Totes not yet available, but all clear is there on 1, 3, 10 on race number 7.
Moruya Cup field heading back to the start. Kalahari Sands 3.10, Didakoi 9.30, 4 Flash Me Dazzler at $8, 5 is Kerrysdale showing 18, 6 Old Bomb at $6.40. Then we've got $7 for Bayview, Moral Danger 41, My Cavalier 12, Noble Dane $20. $10,000 race, the Tui's Moruya Cup. Runners are heading to the start here, and it won't be long before they move up. Far Hills bolted in at Warrnambool, $7.20 and $2. Rapid Response $1.50, Highfield Morn $5.60, Quinella $8.90, Exacta $19.20, the Trifecta $333.70, and the Daily Double $912.10 on 14 and 2. The Quaddy paid on 5, 4, 3 and 2. Had the rules of the Quaddies, of course, the couplings are 1 with 11, 2 with 12, 3 with 13, 4 with 14. Had the 14 got up without the coupling of the 4, it just would have paid a mozza because it was 140 to 1 or something, but the Quaddies paid good at 1972.30 with number 4, the couple there, 14 and 4. The 4 was about 11 to 4 on the tote. Now, at Warrnambool, we're sorting out number 8 here, Endless Summer. It was going to be John Hunter. It's now Sean Harrison. And all in all, they replaced Kim Arnold. So this is the third jockey that's going to be aboard Endless Summer, race 8, number 8. Well, for some pre-race comment on the Moruya Cup, here's Chris O'Brien.
Hilton, I was just mentioning that the nominations for the big Braidwood Cup meeting this Saturday have been extended until 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. So anyone wishing to race their horse at Braidwood this coming Saturday, Braidwood Cup Day, they're open till 9 a.m. tomorrow morning. Now, the field has arrived behind the gates for the running of the Moruya Cup, sponsored by Tui's for 1998, and a field of 9 to run. Looking at the betting, and it's Kalahari Sands. He's been pretty firm throughout at $3, $1.60, and he's ahead of Old Bomb at $6.20, Bayview at 7, Flash Me Dazzler at $7.30, Super Pulsar at $9.30. Moral Danger, the first one to be led up to the line. It's a fairly even field. Good betting race downstairs. Now, Moral Danger placed away. Didakoi, he's been a little bit disappointing of late, but he's won that many cup races on the coast. You can never underestimate him. He's won 18 races, and he's got in nicely at the weights here. Kalahari Sands, the class runner, the top weight. Now, Noble Dane comes along. He's been a light of other days, Noble Dane. Failed to find form this preparation. Didakoi's locked away with Flash Me Dazzler. Now Kerrysdale goes up. Larry Mortell out of the saddle. Super Pulsar, who won the Moruya Cup here early January from the Frank Cleary stables, and he moves along. He led all the way on that occasion. It was on a wet track. This rain may have come a little bit late for Super Pulsar. Now Old Bomb comes along. So Bayview and the toppy Kalahari Sands will be the last two. The grey Kalahari Sands looks a picture of health. Justin Sheehan in the saddle, he's drawn wide and he links up with the field, ready to run. The Moruya Cup of 98. Kalahari Sands to run as the favourite in the starter take. It looks pretty good.
Right, we've lost our line there.
It looks like we've lost everything there. We've lost radio. And if Chris O'Brien could perhaps give us a ring, we might be a rough hope here of getting some type of description for the Moruya Cup, but it could well be that power has been lost to the track. In fact, no, we're back in action. We are back in action at Moruya. And Chris is ready again.
Well, I don't know. The barrier stalls wouldn't work either, so We've got a storm around. Maybe that's affected power for the moment. And we might be right again, I think. The starter's gone back to the front of the stall, so we had a loss of power there just for a couple of seconds. We're ready to go. Finally, they're racing in the Moruya Cup, and My Cavalier and Kalahari Sands immediately out the back when they jumped. And Noble Dane is pushed through by Scores to lead Super Pulsar. Moral Danger the inside, Flash Me Dazzler. Bayview's a little wide, and Kalahari Sands the favourite. Sheen driving him up around the outside as they head to the back to get into a forward position. They were followed by My Cavalier. Didacoy's back to second. Last Old Bombers at the tail. Noble Dane takes the Moruya Cup field down the back, and he shows out 1 length. Super Pulsar past the 1200. Kalahari Sands looking to tuck him, but he's 3 wide at the moment. Moral Danger's the fence. Flash Me Dazzler between runners. A length to Kerrisdale, followed by My Cavalier. Didacoy is back third last from Bayview, and Old Bomb whipped the cup field in about a dozen from the leader. Noble Dane onto the bend now at the 1,000-metre mark. A half a length Super Pulsar. Kalahari Sands has had to camp out 3 wide. Moral Danger the inside from Flash Me Dazzler. 1 away Kerrisdale. My Cavalier. Bayview. Didacoy second last, and Old Bomb is back at the tail and being ridden along. Noble Dane takes the cup field now to the point of the corner. He's being challenged by Super Pulsar at the 600. Kalahari Sands the favourites, 2 lengths away. Running third from Moral Danger, Kerrisdale. Flash Me Dazzler being niggled at from Bayview, Didacoy, My Cavalier and Old Bomb. They swing for home now, just on 400 to run in the cup. Super Pulsar, Noble Dane the first for home. The outside, Kalahari Sands has popped the big question. Moral Danger, My Cavalier. Flash Me Dazzler runs on fairly well, and then Kerrisdale and Didacoy. Noble Dane gives a ton of cheek to the 200. He's still a length. Flash Me Dazzler. Kalahari Sands is coming now, the grey. Kalahari Sands got to them at the 100. Noble Dane box on. Flash Me Dazzler runs on fairly. Noble Dane, Kalahari Sands, but Kalahari Sands too good. Kalahari Sands wins the Tooheys Moruya Cup from Noble Dane. Flash Me Dazzler third. In behind them was Old Bomb, Didacoy and Bayview, Super Pulsar, Moral Danger, My Cavalier and Kerrisdale back at the tail. Oh, gee, Noble Dane gave some cheek, but the favourite finally wore him down. But he kept fighting back, Noble Dane. But Kalahari Sands has got the money. 3.10 the win, $1.60 the place. New South Wales, a bit better in Super Tap, 350 and 180. And Noble Dane has run a very cheeky race. He's been out of form. Number 10, he'll show 460 for the place. Flash Me Dazzler third, showing 220 the place. But the grey and top weight, Kalahari Sands, Justin Sheehan, and he was camped 3 wide throughout the run. Just see Justin looking at the screen, waving the whip as he went past the line. Camped 3 wide, but he dashed up and grabbed them. At about the 200, he claimed Noble Dane, but he's only beaten Noble Dane by probably a neck on the line. Noble Dane just kept fighting back. Kalahari Sands, ridden by Justin Sheehan, trained by Bede Murray at Conjola, a grey gelding 6. Eldorfer out of Tikarangi, owned by RG Mrs. KB Powell. Second place to Noble Dane, number 10, John Scorse, trying to lead all the way. Probably upset his plans a little bit when Super Pulsar took him on at about the 700. He's boxed on well for second. And third will be number 4, Flash Me Dazzler, ridden by Mark Newnham. Time or margins to hand as yet. Just having a look at the replay, that's Noble Dane in front, and the grey Kalahari Sands with the cutaway. He ends up about 8 wide off the fence there. And he's out after Noble Dane. Noble Dane was giving plenty of cheek. He's a horse that's been out of form, but today he found plenty with only a lightweight of 53 in his back. Flash Me Dazzler is in the centre of that pair. But Kalahari Sands gets to Noble Dane about there. I thought he was going to shake him right off, but Noble Dane under the lightweight just kept boxing away. And Kalahari Sands, Justin Sheehan had to keep him going to secure the Tooheys Moruya Cup of 98. Scores by about a neck to a long neck on the line. There was another length away to Flash Me Dazzler. That's Didacoy, Bayview, and on the inside, Old Bomb fighting out for 4th prize money. But there it is, 110.4 after the running of the 8th, the Tooheys 1998 Moruya Cup. We'll be back for the call of the last at 5:30.
Now they're about to come up at Bull Lap. Jay Sheehan, how good is he? Too good again, didn't panic, beautiful balance, and this very gritty horse just keeps running. Top Run Noble Dane, those horses have been swamped all day on the inside, and he was gone to the world on the corner, Noble Dane. But such is the class of Barbara Joseph's training, and such is he such a tough campaigner as well, Noble Dane. He's fought back for second. That was a big effort. Going as well as a winner on the line. But Kalahari Sands today belongs to Bede Murray and Justin Sheehan. One of the best heavyweight riders in Australia. At Warrnambool, we've got 370 for Chobe, 380 Sugar Berry. On the Moruya Cup, number 1 Kalahari Sands 310 160. Number 10 Noble Dane paid 460. 4 Flash Me Dazzler 220. Quinella 37.40. Exacta 52.80. The trifecta 434.50. Sugarberry Circle comes back a winner.
TAB is number 2 Numia at 320.180. It's the favourite in the ring. Downstairs. Now, what do we got? Eminister still back with Rhythmic Bow and Numia back from the stalls. Numia, he ran a good second here to Gorrick's Lane in a Class 4. His latest run, Gorrick's Lane, won today in a Class 5, so it makes the form look good for Numia. The favourite at 330.190. Eminister's at 540. And then to Untrue around 560. They're the ones in the market for the last. Kalahari Sands taking out the Moruya Cup of 98, the previous race. In good fashion with Justin Sheen in the saddle. Now Untrue comes along. Toy Poppy, Lucky Son of a Gun, handy score set. Give My Regards moves forward. They've got a good run here from the 14.25. The favourite is drawn out in barrier 10, Numia. But with this long run of 400 down the back, Numia does like to drift back a little bit. I'd imagine he'll be able to camp in around 5th or 6th. The favourite, Paul Rowe in the saddle. All Seeing Eyes comes up. Eminister's back with Count Rico, Rhythmic Bow and Numia still out of line. So the last few about to come up for the Jack Milett Memorial Class 1 Handicap. 14.25 as the sun sneaks through again. Numia, the favourite, links up. Racing next weekend in this area. Braidwood Cup Day Saturday. Noms extended till 9 a.m. in the morning. And then Canberra on Sunday. Get the chance, I'll send a birthday cheerio call to a friend at Mount Gambier. Stewie over there at Mount Gambier. And happy birthdays. Rhythmic Bow links up. Stewie Campbell celebrating his birthday today. Now they're locked away. Numia the favourite. Good run down the back. He's drawn a little wide, Numia the favourite. Line looks pretty good. Starter takes a button. He's not quite happy with them. Toy Poppy is settled with Lucky Son of a Gun and Give My Regards. One out, a little bit further out than midfield's giving trouble. Now they're racing and Capstan stood there and missed it and Toy Poppy slow away. Give My Regards and Untrue were the best out. And Untrue looking for the lead, but Give My Regards will take him on. All Seeing Eyes is lobbed into third with Handy Score pushing up from Toy Poppy and Numia being eased back to about midfield and he's one off the fence. Beautiful bit of riding from Paul Rowe. Rhythmic Bow goes up on the outside from Lucky Son of a Gun. Eminence drifts back. He's about 6 or 7 lengths off the lead from Haradi, Count Rika and Capstan was tailed off by 8 or 9. Untrue takes the field onto the corner. Coming to the 800, he set a good pace. He's out by 2. Give My Regards pushing up on the inside. Handy Score is on his outside from All Seeing Eyes. A gap away in the field came Numia, the favourite. Rhythmic Bow's his outside 2 to Toy Poppy. Eminence giving them a fair start now. He's about 8 from the leader. Count Rika, Haradi, Lucky Son of a Gun and Capstan's under the stick. They've run along in the last. Untrue coming to the 450. Still out a length and a half. Handy Score. Give My Regards. All Seeing Eyes. Rhythmic Bow taking off. Now Numia's looking for a run on the inside and he has nowhere to go at the moment from Haradi and Count Rika into the straight and Untrue is a nice break on Handy Score. Numia's out, starting to run on from Rhythmic Bow and Eminence the outside. Untrue's rider went for the stick. Give My Regards and Rhythmic Bow coming quick. Rhythmic Bow dashed up on the outside. Eminence runs on and Give My Regards, but Rhythmic Bow is cleared. Give My Regards getting through on the inside. It's Rhythmic Bow drifting right off the track. Give My Regards the inside. They hit the line. Rhythmic Bow beat Give My Regards. Eminence third, then Haradi. Numia failed to run on. Untrue, Toy Poppy. They were followed home by Handy Score, Count Rika, Capstan, Lucky Son of a Gun and All Seeing Eyes is at the tail. Oh, gee, they got wide apart. Rhythmic Bow just wanted to keep running off, but he's got the money. $7.90 the win, New South Wales. $2.50 the place. $8.40 and Super Tab, a little bit better, and $2.50. Now, did he cause any interference, Rhythmic Bow? I'm just looking at it from the 150. We pick up the replay. He's got the stick in the right hand, Kim Bell. This horse had drifted from about 3 horses off the fence. Eminister's making little ground the outside. Give My Regards. It's hard up against the fence, but no, he didn't interfere with anything, Rhythmic Bow. Not in the last 150 anyway. And Rhythmic Bow, to wide apart, I tell you what, they were hard to line up, but right on the line you can see Rhythmic Bow has won by probably a short neck or a little bit further. It's deceiving, this angle here. Rhythmic Bow, ridden by Kim Bell, trained by Kerry Parker at Kembla Grange. Chestnut Gilding 4 by Rising Rhythm at a Kronsky Bow, owned by MJ Shepherd. Second, number 9, Give My Regards, Jamie Late. 3.10 the place, New South Wales. And 1 Eminist, Larry Mortell, third, $1.90 the place. So Rhythmic Bow, too good here in the final event with Kim Bell in the saddle, which has topped off what's been a terrific day's racing. The favourite, disappointing, Moruya, had a nice run in the race. But when Paul Rowe finally got into open spaces, the favourite didn't find a great deal, and he's plugged away into about 5th or 6th position, so disappointing the favourite. The judge calls on the photo, but it'll be 3, 9 and 1 on the last Hilton, so I'll sign off from Moruya and hope that the punters have had a good day betting on Moruya here on the far south coast. Good luck to you, Hilton.
You too, Chris. Good working with you again. Chris O'Brien there at Moruya on a most successful Moruya Cup day. Kilmore Race 8, 2 Piccolo Aussie, $7.30, $3 beat 7 Scottish Voyage, $1.60, and 13 Like a Classic Benust, $1.90. $49 Quinella. The exacta has paid $66.50, and the trifecta $463.60. The daily double on 1 and 3, $30.70. There's a look at the Mount Ousley Ranges, and somewhere through those trees is the Bulleye Pass. Marvellous mountain range, although a couple of weeks ago, on a Thursday, it was in thick fog, and one of the biggest prangs in Australia happened on the Mount Ousley Road there. Not the pass, but on the Mount Ousley Road, where thick fog brought about 30 to 50 cars together. 3 separate accidents, apparently. But a beautiful day today. Totes at Bulleye are there on race 10. As a car